The city roads were always noisy and crowded, filled with rushing cars, loud horns, and impatient footsteps. For most people, crossing the road was an ordinary task. But for 13-year-old Isla, it was the most frightening moment of her day. Isla was blind. She could not see the traffic lights, the speeding vehicles, or the changing signals. Every road felt like a dangerous river she had to cross without knowing how deep it was. Isla lost her eyesight when she was 6 years old due to a rare illness. At first, the darkness terrified her. She missed colors, faces, and the simple joy of watching the sky. Over time, she learned to live differently. She listened more carefully, felt more deeply, and trusted her other senses. Still, the world outside her home remained full of risks, especially busy roads. Every morning, Isla walked to a nearby learning center for visually impaired children. She used a white cane, tapping it gently on the ground to guide her steps. Her heart always beat faster when she reached the main road. She would stand still, listening carefully to the sounds of engines, trying to guess when it was safe to cross. One cloudy morning, something unexpected happened. As Isla waited at the edge of the road, she heard soft footsteps beside her. Then she felt something warm brush against her leg. A gentle bark followed. Startled, Isla froze. She slowly bent down and reached out her hand. Her fingers touched soft fur and a small wagging tail. The puppy was light brown with floppy ears and curious eyes. No one knew where he came from. He looked thin and tired, as if he had been wandering the streets for days. Yet there was something special about him. He stood close to Isla, calm and protective, as if he understood her fear without being told. When the traffic noise slowed, the puppy gently tugged at Isla's shoelace. Confused but curious, Isla followed the pull. Step by step, the puppy moved forward. Isla listened carefully. The road was quiet. Trusting the strange moment, she crossed with the puppy beside her. When they reached the other side safely, Isla's lips curved into a wide smile. From that day on, the puppy appeared every morning at the same spot. Isla began calling him Hope. Hope never barked loudly or pulled suddenly. He waited patiently, sensing when it was safe. He would stop when cars rushed by and move only when the road was clear. Somehow, this little puppy understood timing better than many humans. People passing by began to notice them. They saw a blind girl and a small puppy crossing the busy road together with perfect coordination. Some drivers slowed down, amazed by the sight. Others smiled, their hearts warmed by the simple bond between a child and a stray dog. Isla's confidence grew with each passing day. She no longer felt alone at the roadside. Hope's presence gave her courage. She talked to him softly, telling him about her dreams, her fears, and her favorite stories. Though Hope could not understand words, he understood her heart. One afternoon, a sudden storm hit the city. Rain poured heavily, making the road slippery and dangerous. Isla reached the crossing point, frightened by the thunder and roaring traffic. She called out softly, "Hope?" Moments later, she felt his wet fur against her hand. Despite the storm, he had come. The rain made it harder to hear approaching vehicles. Isla hesitated. Hope stood firmly in front of her, refusing to move. Just then, a speeding car rushed past, splashing water everywhere. Isla realized that if she had crossed without Hope, she could have been seriously hurt. When the road finally became safe, Hope guided her carefully, slower than usual. Every step felt heavy, but they reached the other side safely. Isla knelt down in the rain, hugging Hope tightly. Tears mixed with rain streamed down her face. In that moment, she knew Hope was not just a puppy, he was her guardian. A teacher from Isla's learning center witnessed the scene and informed local authorities. Soon, animal welfare workers came to check on the puppy. They were amazed by his natural guiding instincts. A veterinarian confirmed that Hope was healthy and intelligent, with rare sensitivity to sound and movement. With permission, Hope was trained as an official guide dog, but he never left Isla's side. Isla learned how to work with him properly, strengthening their bond. Together, they practiced crossing different roads, navigating crowds, and staying calm in noisy environments. Isla's parents were overwhelmed with gratitude. For years, they had worried about their daughter's safety. Now, they saw her walking with confidence, her head held high, trusting the gentle steps of a puppy who once had no home. The story of Isla and Hope spread across the city. Newspapers wrote about them. People shared their story online, calling Hope a hero. But to Isla, Hope was simply her friend, the one who gave her courage when fear tried to stop her. Isla began speaking at schools and community events. She told people that being blind did not mean being helpless. She explained how trust, patience, and kindness could change lives. Hope would sit beside her quietly, his tail wagging as if he understood every word. Years later, Isla would remember the day she first felt Hope's fur against her leg. That moment taught her that help can come from unexpected places. Sometimes, the smallest creatures carry the biggest strength. Hope grew older, but his loyalty never faded. Even when his steps slowed, his heart remained strong. Isla, now more independent, still held his leash with love and respect, grateful for every safe crossing they shared. This is the story of a blind girl and a stray puppy who found each other on a dangerous road. Together, they proved that true vision comes from the heart, and real courage is born from trust. Even in a world full of noise and fear, love can guide us safely to the other side. Glowing star paw prints. Yellow Heart.